Overcoming adversity, the inspiring story of Job. Ever faced unimaginable trials and still kept your faith? Life's challenges can shake us to our core, testing our beliefs and resilience. Yet stories of unwavering faith inspire us to hold on no matter the storm. Job was a man of immense faith and integrity. Known for his righteousness, he lived a life devoted to God. His story, rich with lessons, reveals the depth of human endurance and the strength of unwavering belief. Job's initial prosperity was immense. He was blessed with abundant livestock, numerous servants, and a loving family. His life overflowed with wealth and happiness, painting a picture of divine favor and earthly success. Satan challenged God about Job's faith, questioning its authenticity. He argued that Job's devotion was a result of his blessings. If stripped of his wealth, Satan claimed, Job would surely curse God and abandon his faith. God granted Satan permission to test Job, confident in Job's steadfastness. This divine allowance set the stage for profound trials, revealing the complexities of faith under duress. Job's journey through suffering began, marked by immense loss and despair. Job's trials began with devastating losses. In one day, he lost his livestock, servants, and children to raiders and natural disasters. These heart-wrenching losses struck without warning, leaving Job in unimaginable grief and despair. Despite these overwhelming tragedies, Job's initial response was one of deep faith. He fell to the ground in worship, accepting his fate with the profound words, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away." As if his grief wasn't enough, Job faced another severe test. He was struck with painful boils from head to toe. His suffering was relentless, pushing his physical and emotional endurance to the brink. In the midst of his agony, Job's wife urged him to abandon his faith. She suggested he curse God and die, unable to fathom the purpose of his continued suffering and loyalty. Despite his wife's urging, Job remained resolute in his faith. He rebuked her suggestion, choosing instead to trust in God's wisdom and righteousness, even though he couldn't understand the reasons behind his suffering. Job's three friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, arrived to comfort him in his misery. Initially, they sat in silence for 7 days, overwhelmed by the depth of Job's suffering and unable to find words. Eventually, Job's friends began to speak, each offering their perspective. They believed Job's suffering must be a consequence of some hidden sin. Their accusations added to Job's emotional and mental anguish. Despite their harsh words, Job maintained his innocence. He insisted he had lived a righteous life and could not understand why he was being punished so severely. His steadfastness highlighted his enduring faith. In his agony, Job lamented his fate and questioned the justice of his suffering. He expressed deep sorrow and confusion, seeking answers from God. His raw, honest lament resonated with the depths of human despair. Elihu, a younger friend, then spoke up, offering a new perspective. He suggested that suffering could be a form of divine discipline, and that Job should remain humble and open to learning from his trials. God spoke to Job out of a whirlwind, addressing him directly. His voice was powerful and commanding, cutting through Job's anguish. This divine encounter signaled a turning point, offering profound wisdom and perspective on Job's suffering. God posed a series of questions to Job about the mysteries of creation. These questions highlighted God's omnipotence and the limitations of human understanding. Job realized the vastness of God's wisdom compared to his own. In response to God's words, Job displayed profound humility. He acknowledged his limited understanding and repented for questioning God's purposes. This moment marked a deep spiritual awakening and acceptance of God's greater plan for him. God restored Job's fortunes, blessing him doubly for his unwavering faith. Job received more wealth, new children, and lived a long, fulfilling life. This restoration underscored God's goodness and the rewards of enduring faith. Job's story teaches the lesson of unwavering faith in the face of trials. Despite immense suffering, Job remained steadfast, ultimately experiencing God's abundant blessings. His journey encourages believers to trust God during their own hardships. The story of Job teaches us the profound importance of humility. Despite his immense suffering, Job ultimately submits to God's wisdom. This humility allows him to accept that some aspects of life are beyond human understanding. Patience is another key virtue illustrated by Job's experience. Throughout his trials, Job remains steadfast, enduring unimaginable pain and loss. His patience becomes a testament to the strength of enduring faith in the face of adversity. God's sovereignty is a dominant theme in Job's story. Despite the chaos and suffering, Job learns to trust in God's ultimate plan. This trust reaffirms the belief that God has a purpose for everything. Job's unwavering faith offers encouragement to those facing modern-day struggles. His story reminds us that, even in our darkest moments, maintaining faith can lead to restoration and blessings beyond our understanding. Relating Job's story to contemporary life, we see parallels in our own trials. Job's journey encourages us to persevere, trust in a higher purpose, and find strength in faith, no matter the challenges we face. "Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him," declares Job, embodying unwavering faith despite overwhelming suffering. His words remind us of the power of hope and trust in the most challenging circumstances. Reflecting on Job's experience, I recall a personal hardship where faith was my anchor. Just like Job, I found solace and strength in trusting a higher purpose, even when the path seemed impossibly dark. Remember, perseverance and faith can turn trials into triumphs. Embrace each challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger. Your story of resilience can inspire others facing their battles, igniting hope and courage. We invite you to share your stories of faith and perseverance. Your journey, much like Job's, could be the beacon of hope someone else needs. Let's build a community of support and inspiration together. Thank you for watching and being part of this uplifting journey. Like, comment, and subscribe for more inspirational content. Together, let's continue spreading hope and faith, lighting the way through our shared experiences.